truly is an amazing sight, the Victoria Falls here in Zambia. And it's hard to imagine when you see all those millions of gallons cascading down, the mist coming back up, that just a few kilometres from here, water is a desperately scarce resource. But globally, the figures are astounding. One child dies every 15 seconds due to a disease caused by a lack of access to decent drinking water, to poor hygiene, to bad sanitation. But the Red Cross is working hard here in southern Africa to change that. And I'm here to see just how they are transforming so many lives. In 20 years as a television journalist, I've worked all over the world and presented many stories about Africa. And it never fails to amaze me the way that abundance and poverty can exist so closely together. From the waters of the Zambezi, I travelled north into the heart of Zambia's remote farmland. I wanted to see for myself what the Red Cross is doing to help long-term problems facing poor rural communities and to help them reduce their dependence on international aid. Life for the villagers in these districts has always been hard, but getting safe, clean water is a daily struggle. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing this for us. Let's have a look.
Kelly is a grandmother and widow supporting 3 children. She has no clean drinking water for her family. And at the end of a long and dusty walk, there's this. The water in the local lake is used by humans and animals alike. It's filthy. Some people boil the water before drinking it, but not everyone. There is plenty of pure, clean drinking water not so far from here, but it's deep in the ground, and it's useless without a borehole.
We need a borehole. We are in problems here. Not everyone boil water for drinking. Some have got no knowledge about this. Only a few of them. They just drink water without boiling it. They suffer from bilharzia, diarrhea, dysentery, and so on. So a borehole is needed here.
In the local clinic, it's time for the measles shot, but another common menace to these babies is fatal stomach infections from dirty water. The nurse knows the biggest health problem here is access to water of any kind, even water for basic bathing to reduce skin diseases.
Scabies, especially this year, we had a lot of scabies.
And in particular, why has scabies been bad this year? Because it's so dry?
Because it was very dry, there's no water around, they don't bath their children. Maybe the children are just being bathed maybe once or twice in a week because of water.
We've seen a lot of the bad side. This is some of the good. They're drilling a borehole here. It's one of 370 water supplies being established in this area to bring clean, fresh water to the people. How many people? Try 90,000. That's not just life-changing, that's life-saving. And couple it with the health education programs that are also going along, and the impact to the people is just enormous.
The excitement of drilling for water draws the crowds, but nearby, an element to the project which is less glamorous but just as important is also saving lives. Zambia Red Cross volunteers, drawn from the community, are training these women to encourage better hygiene practices in their villages. The work of the volunteers and their local knowledge make this a highly effective way of delivering the message at grassroots level. Rural sanitation doesn't make dramatic headlines, but it is a vital part of the fight against disease in less developed countries. The humble pit latrine and the simple act of hand-washing cut the spread of killers like diarrhea, dysentery, even cholera. Back at the borehole, the hours of patience have paid off. A new supply of clean water is always cause for celebration. But today is a particularly special day. It's the official launch of the Zambia Red Cross Water and Sanitation Project, including new latrines for the whole village.
This week has been something of a journey for me in more ways than one. And what's really hit home is that the way that I take water for granted, I think we all do. What's also struck me, though, is that the way that the local people that are here today all desperately want to change their lives, and the Red Cross is helping them by listening to them and responding to their needs in partnership with other organisations and the government. Of course, change doesn't happen overnight. These are long-term projects. But I've seen the success of these schemes for myself, and it's fantastic.